With the new Animal Crossing trailer being released just a few days ago, and the March 20th release date right around the corner, new-founded Animal Crossing anticipation shows no sign of dying anytime soon. And since I'm a part-time YouTuber as well as being a die-hard fan since Wild World, I decided, why not make a video on 5 features that I believe would completely ruin Animal Crossing New Horizons this March. So I went to the drawing board and made countless amounts of different ideas over the course of the past 4 days, and I've been planning, scripting, recording, and editing this new video for all of you. I sat down and planned out as well as researched 5 features that have appeared in previous video games as well as previous installments in the Animal Crossing series and tend to have a mostly destructive and negative effect on the game. Some of these features have rendered these games so unplayable that to this day the player base still won't let the developers live down the mistakes made in those games. And to continue tradition of not letting developers live down their mistakes, let's hop into the 5 features that would completely and utterly destroy Animal Crossing New Horizons. In Animal Crossing New Leaf, villagers lacked any diversity among themselves, appearing all the same and not having any apparent personality types, taking a small, yet noticeable effect on the overall gameplay. In previous Animal Crossing titles, such as Animal Crossing on the GameCube, aka Animal Forest in Japan, cranky villagers appear extremely, for lack of a better word, cranky, whilst in New Leaf, all the citizens appear to be the same and are only separated by their times of sleep and building requests. Instead of actually having personality, the villagers appear to have this diversity, only to give build requests, as in this installment, the player unlocks new buildings from requests which change with the personality of the town's inhabitants. In my playing experience, cranky villagers in Animal Forest would usually tell the player to shut up, your clothes are ugly, and why are you even talking to me? While in New Leaf, they seem rather bland, saying things like, when at your house, either sitting down or laying down on a nice big couch like that, man, it's hard to beat. Your couch looks so comfy to sprawl out on and just take a nap. Which feels so unnatural for a cranky villager to say, as this is the dialogue that would usually come from a slob villager, which helps to prove that in Animal Crossing all the personalities are kind of jointed and intertwined together into one big personality type. Although this is a really small feature for our number 5 spot, I hope that it's fixed in New Horizons, as it can really break the immersion for a lot of players. From what the trailers have shown, New Horizons will have a huge focus on crafting. What this means as of yet, we don't really know. All we currently know is that tools and furniture is crafted through materials found on the island. Yet with this new Animal Crossing meets Minecraft title, it brings the possibility of crafting times. From what Nintendo has produced, it doesn't look like this will be happening, but Nintendo very well could be doing one of 3 things in these trailers. Possibility A is that Nintendo will include a timer on crafting recipes and they've had them disabled in their trailers. I feel this option very unlikely because if Nintendo were to do this, they would most likely receive a lot of backlash for false advertisement in their trailers. A higher possibility is that starting off, tools don't take a lot of time to craft, but as you start creating more advanced recipes, they will require more time to be completed. This possibility is a lot more likely, but due to Nintendo's audience being mostly children, it is more likely than not there will be absolutely no waiting time. The inclusion of waiting times doesn't just mean there will be a lot of bored kids, but that there will no longer be time traveling in the game, a heavily abused feature that allows players to jump from time to time throughout the seasons. This is a feature that I do not personally believe in, but a lot of people believe it's not an exploit and instead a feature. Despite the odds being in favor that there will not be waiting times included, it is still a scary possibility that will completely ruin Animal Crossing New Horizons. Materials are an important part of any crafting game, but when there are materials, that usually means that there are also extremely rare materials in said games. This is a feature that has negatively appeared in many mobile games, such as SimCity Build It, where the player needs to collect materials like paint and glass, which takes hours at a time to craft, but has also been well executed in games like Terraria, with the Broken Hero Sword, which is extremely rare but gained through overcoming a challenge, not through boring waiting times. If Nintendo were to include extremely rare materials, it would not ruin Animal Crossing New Horizons, as it could be used in a way where the player is still playing the game, such as fishing for rare fish is still a pastime of fishing, instead of just waiting around for an item to be crafted, such as upgrading furniture with Cyrus in Animal Crossing New Leaf. But there are two ways that Nintendo could take this that would completely devastate New Horizons. Nintendo Switch Online is a subscription-based service that grants users the abilities to play together from long distances for only $20 a year. It has been very obvious since day one that this will be a feature in this game, and I don't mind that. What I do find annoying though is the thought that possibly villagers will be making requests for fruits and other rare materials that can only be gathered from other players' towns. Not only does this make it impossible for players who don't have online, but it also makes it very, very difficult for players who do not have friends that play this installment. This game may sadly end up forcing me to buy an online Nintendo subscription service, and is something that will really upset not just me, but many fans of this game who prefer to play without the inclusion of friends. This could be easily worked around by either making villagers not able to request materials from other towns, or making it where players can achieve said materials, possibly by completing really rare quests, or really, really rare fishing drops. But for now, it seems like the only way that we're going to be able to get around Nintendo's online paywall is to use local play features, which is a really cool idea on paper, but it can be very hard to get into contact with someone from like 4 states over, and you have to be within like a certain range of at max 100 feet, I think. It's just something that will really devastate the game and leave it completely unplayable for some users. Upon the release of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and more recently Mario Kart Tour, my biggest fear for Nintendo's new Animal Crossing game would be the inclusion of microtransaction paywalls. For those who are unaware, paywalls are when a company implements challenges that can be easily overcome by paying with real money. Not only does this make the game unfair, but it also ruins the game for players who do not give into these blockades, because for those who do not pay, usually have to wait absurd amounts of times for an item to be produced. For example, when crafting furniture in Pocket Camp, you have to wait up for days at a time, but they can be reduced to just 30 minutes if you pay for a premium subscription, and if you pay for premium currency, it can be instantly skipped. The possibility of contributing real-life money in this game was made a possibility to me when Nintendo released a video that referenced what Tom Nook describes as his Deserted Island Getaway package. This package hasn't been described in detail, meaning it could be anything from what Tom Nook gifts the player at the beginning of the game, all the way up to being a paid starter kit. Although there may not be paywalls on crafting times, they may implement a paywall feature where players can buy rare materials, whether it be through real money, paid bundles, or materials you can only get with an online subscription. Paywalls are my biggest fear for this game. In the end, do I think these will end up in the final game? No. In the end, have these been in previous installments of the Animal Crossing series? Yes. In the end, have these left fans in outrage? Yes. All of these features have appeared in previous Animal Crossing games and have left complete fan outrage, and I hope that Nintendo looks back on their past actions and fixes it. These are features that I do not believe will actually appear inside of this new installment, but I'm saying if any of these features appear, it'll have huge fan outrage. Maybe not number 5 so much, but other than the rest of those, it will upset a huge amount of fans, and I'm hoping that Nintendo just doesn't put them in the game in the end. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, this has been Denby from the Diamond Eyeball channel, and I hope to see you all next time. And goodbye. So what do you all think of this new style of video? It took me literally like 4 hours just to record the commentary for this video because I kept on messing up. But, end card, don't know what to say. Been working on this for 4 days, that's why there's been no actual uploads of like my gaming videos, but hope you all like this one, and I can't wait to see you all soon. So here's 2 videos that you guys can select from. That one's my Minecraft video, that one's my most recent upload on the channel. And, yeah, so I hope you all have been having a good day. I'm just gonna go this way now. I don't know how end cards work.